Hey everyone, are you here with me? Looks like we are live. Having some technical difficulties here, so bear with me for a second. Welcome, welcome. All right, so I might not be able to see comments today, but go ahead and share them. Let me know if you can hear me. Say hi if you're here with me live. And you can put hashtag live if you're here with me live, or hashtag replay if you're here with the replay. So today we're going to be talking about a road map to your first 100K as a high ticket service provider. So if you want to take your business to the next level as an expert, a coach, a consultant, a therapist, a mentor, an agency, any of those things, or maybe something else that's similar to that, you better listen closely, because for those of you who are watching me, for the first time anyway, showing my clients, like those just mentioned, how to create high ticket offers around their expertise and get the right people, finding them, calling them, and paying them a premium for what they offer is my specialty. And that means if you want to offer your services online, okay, that are similar to those, if you help people with in relationships, maybe in the relationship space or the health and wellness space, or maybe you're an artist or a spiritual type person, or maybe you have some business offer or something like that, anything like that. I can help you set that up so that you can sell it at a premium price, typically between anywhere from 3K to 10K per client. Of course, that ranges depending on what the offer is. But typically that's what people can, they can take their hours for dollars type model and create an offer that they can sell for, that has a lot of value in it, for around that price point. Okay, so I've helped hundreds of entrepreneurs, and some have rapidly increased their income from 0 to 5-figure months. So I'm going to walk you through step by step so that you know exactly what to do to go from where you are right now in your business to your first 100K. Okay, so you'll be able to consistently and quickly do that if you listen carefully to what I'm about to share. So let's dive in and let's see if I can see. Hey, Peggy, good to see you here. Yes, and also if you have any questions throughout or even after the fact, if you're watching the replay, you can put it in the comments and I will be happy to answer those for you if you have any questions about your business. Okay, so number one, first thing to do is make the decision to serve at a higher level. Okay, a lot of people think that when you command a high price that it's self-serving, but the truth is commanding a high price is an essential part of serving, like with your best, at your best level, your highest level. It also allows you that time to be able to go deeper with your clients when it's set up properly. Okay, so that you can get those results. Okay, so let me give you an example. When somebody comes and works with you for, let's say, I don't know, 20 bucks an hour, 100 bucks an hour, whatever it is, right? Their financial investment is minimal. Therefore, their overall commitment is also going to be minimal. I just got off the phone with a therapist. She's charging like $250 an hour right now. She can't quite wrap her brain around how she could bundle her value and charge a premium for it. Anyway, but I've got lots of examples of this where people go from that hours for dollars model and they create something that's really amazing, that gets amazing results for their clients. And then, when people pay that 3,000 or 5,000 or 10,000 instead of the 20 bucks an hour, they'll absolutely show up and they'll prove that they're more committed, right? They've got that commitment, they've got that skin in the game, and they'll do everything you tell them to do. Okay, like they'll show up coachable, they'll show up decisive, they'll show up resourceful and ready to do the work. Because typically, if you have a service that you're providing, unless it's a done for you service, right? Typically, your client needs to do something to get the results. They've got to listen to you so that they can and do, implement things that you instruct them to do so that they can get the results, right? So with that, when they've got that skin in the game, when they're making that investment in themselves, um, you know, they'll get incredible results. They'll show up, they'll do the work, and then they'll get the results, right? Because they'll listen to you and do what it takes to get the result, right? And of course, they've got to be the right ideal client as well. So anyway, it just goes hand in hand, right? You achieve your financial goals, but you also serve your audience or your ideal clients really well, and they too get the outcomes that they were promised to them by you. Make sense? So, just believe me when I tell you that if you're just in it for the money, right, and you don't provide that value and you don't show up for them and have that expertise in order to get them that result, if you're just looking to do it for a quick, 10K launch or earn an extra 50K per month, easily without putting in that work, then your business is bound to fail. Okay. You might get a few people in there, but word will spread fast, especially these days with the internet, right? If you're not getting those results for people, people are going to talk. They're going to start putting stuff on the internet, and then people are going to look into that and see that they're not getting the results, right? So, and that's a good way to kind of filter out, anybody that you're thinking of working with too, is like make sure that you're looking for any negative feedback so that can you'll know if they are charging a premium, right? That if they're not getting their clients results, that word's gonna spread fast. So anything, that doesn't get your clients closer to their desired results is not worth doing. So I hope that's crystal clear. Okay. So moving on. Number 2. The second thing you need to do is get really clear on your outcome. Not the outcome that you get for yourself, but the outcome that you can deliver for your clients. Because ultimately, any service based business is about getting results, right? It's better also to be very specific about the outcomes that you can deliver, unless you have a skill set that is really wide ranging. Okay. So choose one outcome and focus your marketing and sharpen your skills around that outcome, like specialize in delivering that outcome. It doesn't mean that, the only outcome you will ever deliver will be that for the rest of your life. Again, back to the example of the therapist I was speaking to today. She delivers a lot of results for her clients the way she's set up. She's a typical therapist, again, charging the hours for dollars. Sometimes her clients show up. Sometimes they don't. They typically meet once a week. And then it takes forever to get those results, right? Because she hasn't designed her offer or her program around getting those specific results, right? And she can work with all kinds of people. She can work with people with eating disorders. She helps people with their marriages. She helps people with severe trauma. Like there's all wide range of things, right? But somebody who is looking for help with to save their marriage is going to want a different result than somebody who has an eating disorder, right? So you have to get really clear on what those outcomes are. But it doesn't mean that, especially if you're just starting out, that you're going to be making all these you're not going to be making promises here and there about all these things that you can deliver is basically the main thing, right? Because you can't deliver that many things all at the same time. You've got to like build it out. So it's around that one person, the messaging, the positioning, everything resonates with that person that's going to call you, that wants that result. Okay. So what is that outcome and what is it worth to them? Okay. Like if you can help parents with like of gifted children by getting them in the right schools and making sure that they're served adequately, then what is that worth? Right? What is that worth to them? What is that worth in the long run? You're not only saving those parents time and money, but you're also ensuring that their children get the best possible education that is relevant to their needs and skills and, passions possibly, right? And that could greatly enhance their giftedness, and it would affect the rest of their life, right? I have a client that does just that. She helps teenagers navigate which school they're gonna, they should go to based on what they want to achieve later in life. So she helps them with all that kind of stuff. So for your potential clients, and clients if they're like that, right? It's priceless, really, right? Because how much of a gift is that outcome, right? Like you can just think about how big that could be. So it's not just about picking what outcomes to focus on, but also in understanding what that outcome is worth. Okay, that determines the premium price point. And I walk my clients through a bunch of exercises to kind of determine what that would be for each ideal client, right, of theirs, right? Also, when you're very specific about that outcome, like that you can help your audience with, then you can get into any crowded market and still stand out because you won't just be like another career coach or a relationship guru or whatever, right? Your message will resonate so deeply that you'll just stand out from the crowd because a lot of them are out there just talking about, how great they are, what degrees, what they can do for them, all this stuff. It doesn't resonate as deeply when you're really resonating and using specific words that your ideal client is just like thinking like, how does she know? How does she know what I'm thinking? She understands me so well, right? So you'll find that there's always that chunk of people who are in need of that exact service that you provide, and they're also willing to pay a premium price. Make sense? So let's go into the third thing that you should do. Third thing is then creating a high ticket offer. Okay. Again, in my business, my clients usually go through an 8-week program. Okay. It takes them about 8 to 12 weeks to start seeing the results typically from that, meaning they get their first high ticket client within that period of time. And it's a program that's, designed to be delivered online. Okay. But you can also have a 1-week seminar, or maybe you could have a 3-day event. However you deliver it is totally up to you. Okay. Whatever it takes for you to get the results that your ideal clients want, you're the expert, you know how to do that, right? But I just help my clients by bringing that up and out of them and organizing it so we can figure it out. Okay? So what matters is that you're just crystal clear about that outcome that your clients will get and how exactly you can help them arrive there. And then you can design a program or an offer or whatever it is and begin offering it to people. So don't just wait until um, you know, you perfect every single step or module either. Just go ahead and offer it to clients and develop and improve your service as you go along. So you can have an outline and then you can offer it. You can make money before it's completed. You can get some people, like a client of mine, for example, she was a wellness coach. And she had her outline of what she wanted to take people through that we created together. I showed her how to do that. And then she collected deposits. She collected 6 deposits between 550 and 1100 from these people to go through her program. And she recorded it basically. And by the end, it was done. And then she had this program that she could offer on autopilot. So it didn't take her a lot of time to deliver it after that first time, right? So you can build your signature program and just get out there and offer it to those who are willing and waiting for you to help them instead of keeping them out there suffering, looking for you. It's like you got to, they're out there looking for you. They just can't find you. So don't sit on the sidelines while you watch those that you could have helped, right? Suffer and waste time, because every day, every week, every month that goes by, too, that you're not out there helping them and they're paying you that premium, that's money you're actually losing, right? Because every month you still have bills. But if you don't have that 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 or whatever coming in from your, 5 to 10 clients every month, that's the money that's not going into your bank account that you could be, reinvesting into your business, spending on fun stuff, paying your bills, all that kind of stuff, right? Anyway, number 4. Okay. So the fourth thing you need to do is to get expert help. Okay. So when we're talking about hitting 6 figures per month, okay, that is way more than what the average even medical doctor makes. Right. Yet they've gone to school for what, 8, 10 years just to achieve their expert status. So imagine the thousands of hours that they've had to spend in refining their craft and in widening their knowledge, right? And not to mention, how much have they invested in their schooling and, with their student loans and all that kind of stuff, right? To get to that point where they can just start, working and then working crazy hours too. So anyway, they've sat for countless and countless hours under the teachings and mentorings of experts in their field. So if you think that as a service provider, you'll get to that level without any help, right? It's just crazy. I mean, you can surpass it, right? I've got clients that are haven't done any near that schooling or any near that type of investment that are just killing it, right? They're doing these types of numbers. So anyway, you can't rely on good old YouTube or Google, to teach you everything there is, right? Because, to be an expert in your field, you need to do stuff, right? You need to make that investment just like a doctor, right? A doctor is not going to be watching YouTube videos and, and doing Google searches and then become a doctor, right? An expert in what they do, right? If you're going to become an expert in what you do, you invest in schooling and you become that expert. And then it comes to having a business, though, right? And you're not typically taught how to have a business. Nobody is, because our society is built around being workers. We're taught go to school, get good grades, get a good job, work, 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 do, right? We're not taught how to set up a business properly to then be able to do the job, right? But you got to get clients. You've got to have marketing, you've got to have sales, you've got to have an offer, you've got to have pricing, you've got to have all these different pieces, and they all have to go together in order for it to work, right? And then if you're only charging hours for dollars, then there's that ceiling, because we only have so many hours in the day. How many clients do you have to work with at $100 an hour to hit 5,000 a month? Versus how many clients, if you're charging 5,000, you only need one, right, to hit 5,000, and then it's scalable. So it's, then you have 10, that's 50,000 in a month, right? But if you're charging hours for dollars, $100 an hour, and you've got 10, I mean, it's going to take forever. You got that ceiling, right? So if you're serious about getting your business off the ground, then you can't just wing it, right? And hope that it becomes successful and sustainable. Because I mean, again, the average statistics, if you go Google right now, how long does it take for a business owner to become successful? It says 50% of business owners figure it out in about 3 to 5 years. And the other 50% never figure it out. They get confused, they get overwhelmed, they get, tired of trying to figure it out and end up having to go, quit and go get another job, right? They can just never figure it out because it's in their blind spot. You can't work hard and work harder and harder when you can't see something, right? Like you have to have somebody show you. So back to the expert, right? So um, mentor, right? At the end of the day, what we really want is, yes, to make enough money, but more importantly, to have a significant impact in the world and even change some lives for the better. And why not get paid what you're worth for it, right? And serve them by having them have that skin in the game. Back to the first thing, right? So that they show up and do the work and get the results, right? So when you understand the seriousness of living out your purpose and sparking change, right, then you'll definitely seek expert help. Okay. You want to have someone who you can trust walk you through the entire process so that you can go from where you are, right, to where you want to be in the shortest but most effective way possible. Okay. Again, otherwise, you're just throwing stuff up on the wall to see what sticks, hoping, praying, guessing, researching for hours on end, searching, and then trying to fit all these pieces together for it to work. And that's why the statistics show 3 to 5 years. It's just a long time, right? In my business, the process is as simple as putting out an ad or a post on social media. Then we create a valuable free offer, a VFO, I call it, the valuable free offer, which is an automated video basically, or it might not be a video. It depends, again, what resonates best with your clients. It could be an ebook, it could be a white paper, it could be something else, right? But it's a valuable free offer that positions you as the go-to expert against the rest of the competition, again, by using those specific words that resonate deeply with your ideal person, right? It also saves time because it's automated. It weeds out people you wouldn't want to talk to and brings in the people you would want to talk to. And then you can have a conversation and enroll them if they're a good fit, right? So it goes from the post to a valuable free offer, then a phone call, and then you enroll them as a new client. 4 steps, really simple, right? So within those 4 simple steps, there's multiple details to consider though, right? And any or all of those could be wrong without the guidance of someone who has been there and has successfully done it, right? For themselves and for others repeatedly. Okay. So do you know how to run ads, for example? Do you know, or do you just go with what Facebook teaches you in Facebook, right? Because it's very different to get, to run the ad to have cheap clicks, which is what Facebook teaches you. And then it's very different to run an ad that gets you a quality client that you would want to work with, right? Very different. And there's a lot that goes into it. And then do you know how to measure the performance of those ads, right? What to look for in order to see if it's performing or not. Okay. Do you know what social media platform suits your business and, where your clients or ideal clients would be hanging out? So where and when you should be posting to gain the attention of your target audience, right? Because if it's not working, if you're posting in all different places and it's not working, it's not the platform. Okay. That's your messaging. Because typically, if your messaging is on target and it works in one spot, it will work in other spots too, right? You don't have to be like blanket, doing like a million things every day, posting a million different places. It should take 15 to 20 minutes a day, 2 hours a week max. And it's very strategic, right? When it's done properly, okay, to get people finding you, calling you, and paying you, okay? So again, do you know how to frame your calls once they call you, right? So that you end up enrolling your prospect into that higher ticket because it's very different to get someone to pay a lower price versus a higher price. Wouldn't you agree? So, and if you're already struggling to get them to pay a lower price, raising your prices probably isn't going to work, right? Because chances are you have little to no idea about those things if you're not getting these results. Okay. Just like me when I started, right? But guess what? I got mentors. I got several mentors and because I have a business background and I've been doing it for 20 plus years, right? I know time is money and I want to figure it out quick. So I got mentors, right? I've probably spent I'd say over $100,000 over the years in mentorship, okay, to get to where I am today. All right. So again, time is money. You can spend hours and years trying to figure it out on your own, or you can hire someone that's done it so you don't reinvent the wheel and get it done much quicker, right? So within the model that my clients and I use, there are a number of skills that you need to develop, and this is really as simple as it gets, really. I mean, there's a lot of other really super complex ones out there that also work, but this is a simple one, right? There's more complex models out there, and you don't want to end up confused when you follow those. Okay, so if you come and work with me, I'm going to take you by the hand and guide you through every step of the way, so that you can go from where you are right now to where you want your business in record time. Sound good? So, if you're an expert in something and you need help figuring out what your client, like what your exact offer is, and how to consistently enroll high paying clients into that offer, just type the word process in the comments and I or someone from my team will get back to you with a DM. So, to recap, okay, here's a roadmap for your first 100K as a high ticket service provider. Okay, number one, decide to serve at a higher level and really do what it takes to bring in the results for your clients. Number two, be very specific about the outcome that you provide. Number three is create a high ticket offer. Like I said, typically between 3,000 and 10,000. And then number four, get expert help. Do not waste time and money gathering information from cheap, random sources and hope to figure it all out on your own. Okay. Make the investment for yourself, for your business, for your life, so that you can get set up quickly and start generating that income. Because again, if you're not if it's not coming in because you're not set up properly, it's still going out. You still have bills to pay, right? So each day, each week, each month or year that goes by not knowing how to get those right people finding you, calling you, and paying you what you're worth, okay, is money that you're essentially losing. And actually, if you want to know exactly how much you've lost so far by not knowing since you started your business and are wondering, like, you feel stuck or maybe you feel frustrated or you feel like you're spinning your wheels and stuff like that, and it's been going on for a while with your business, um, and you want to know how much you've lost so far or how much you will continue to lose by not having the clarity around how to do this for yourself, I'll attach a link here and to a really cool calculator that you can use to see that like what that amount is for you specifically. Okay, you can just plug it in. So I'll attach that link there. So I think that's all for today. I'm here doing a live every Thursday at 3, typically, unless I am sick or have, I'm traveling or something like that. My son actually just graduated, just tested and passed for junior lifeguards, which is starting in 3 weeks. And it's actually might conflict for the next from the 10th to the 26th. So I might have it an hour earlier or try and navigate it at a different time for that. But typically I'm here going live 3 p.m. Pacific time on Thursdays. So anyway, that's all for today. Any questions or anything, I'm happy to answer. Awesome. Okay. And if you are here on YouTube, please like and subscribe and hit that notification button so that you can get the alerts and come join us on Thursdays at 3. So that's all for today. I hope that's been helpful, and I will see you again next Thursday. Oh, and here's my technical difficulties. I can't end this broadcast. I've got to move it over. Let's see if that works. All right. Take care, guys.